Hello humans and pets. We just recorded the video like halfway through, right? We tried it.
Yep.
And the footage died.
Not sure what happened with the phone.
None of the recording.
Right.
So, we'll redo it. We already tried it.
Why don't we just start from the beginning?
So, no. So we're just gonna try it. We're gonna taste it again. We're gonna give our opinion. And that'll be the video. But we've already tried this before.
Well,
5 seconds ago.
5 seconds ago. We started the video. For whatever reason, it didn't record. And it stopped. And there was a craziness in it. But anyways, let's go with... This was our first recommendation of all things to break down on. Someone recommended we try the habanero salsa. We've never had it before, other than 13 seconds ago when we just tried it. But she recommended. She actually bought it, sent it home with my wife. So I was very excited to try it. We're still excited to try it. Again. Yeah.
So we sorry about that. Chips. We have the original Sun chips, the classic chip, and we have regular tortilla chips. So we're gonna try it with Sun chips first.
Okay. Not sure what happened with the recording here, but
that's really weird.
That's what happens when you try to record some stuff, but and none of it recorded, right? So they didn't hear anything we said before.
No.
I really want your opinion because I eat hot all the time. We just had a regular spicy salsa, and
it was
about this. This isn't. As far as salsas go, it's very tasty. It's very good. It's not lacking in flavor by any means. There is a underlining heat,
but it's not anything.
It's not
super
crazy
spicy
heat, though. Right. I mean, like I said before, with habanero, sometimes it gets hotter the more you eat, but you seem to be getting it in you.
Yeah.
And it's not
you can kind of taste it, but it's not growing, and it's not really like spicy.
Well, it's got
there's a little bit, but it's like it's not.
It might be a smidge more than if you have a spicy salsa, like a regular hot salsa, not medium.
I'm gonna try it with the regular tortilla chip now. It's nothing like impressive.
No, one of my favorite salsas that I've had in the past is the ghost pepper salsa, but that one is almost borderline too hot. It has a delicious taste like this one does. It really hits you, and it's almost hard to eat with just chips. Like it's good when you put it on tacos or any Mexican food that you want the flavor on.
You gotta watch out how much you put it now. I mean, it's really tasty.
It's delicious salsa. I mean, definitely good. And for someone who eats zero hot, it's probably very hot. Really, like if you didn't eat any heat at all, you would probably not be able to eat this. But because the more I eat it,
the more you eat it, it's spicier and spicier.
And honestly, going from the Sun chips, which watch that video, that was another good one. Going for now that we got these, I think the corn chips make it a little hotter with the more salt on it because those aren't as salty.
Definitely.
But I find as I'm eating this, I don't know if it's the chip or maybe I finally got a good chunk of habanero in it.
I also don't know if there's actual habaneros in there, or if it's just like a flavoring type thing. You know?
I can't see it, but I'm sure it says ingredients on the label. I'm going to guess there is.
There's tomato paste, diced tomatoes, tomato juice, jalapeno peppers.
Yep.
Habanero peppers, so it does say it.
No, I'm sure there's some in there. I'm sure it's just not an overwhelming. Habanero is one of the few. I used to grow them in my garden, and I used to grind them up and make my own crushed red. For those of you who know me, and I've given you some in the past. And it's one of the few peppers. Like a lot of times, if you cook with a jalapeno, you can like take the seeds out and take some of the heat out of the pepper.
Yeah. So, like we were saying before, it died again.
Yeah, it died right in the middle of my conversation about peppers.
You can take the heat out of a jalapeno, but habanero you can't.
Well, with the habanero, I've cooked with it. I made a big rice dish, and I've put minimal amount in my meal. And a lot of times when you cook with the pepper, the actual pepper chunks itself aren't as hot anymore because the hot will go throughout the meal. And I've made rice dishes with habaneros where eating that little chunk of pepper that I left in there is just as hot as it was and the meal will be scorching hot. Where I've actually made some where it was almost too hot. But this has a nice heat to it. Like the more that I've eaten, I find the saltier the chip, the more it seems to be coming out.
The less flavored, more salty.
Well, it's like the hotter that it seems to be getting. Highly recommend it if you are a spice fan. Chunky Habanero by Tostitos. We're sorry about the quality of the actual video. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on with our camera over here because this is twice now it cut out right in the middle of this. You've never done it before. So again, thank you very much for your recommendation. Sorry we kind of massacred the review because the camera kept cutting out, but
sauce good. Some chips are great.
Honestly, great. If you like a spice, it's, to me, I'm gonna say it's a little bit hotter. See, I don't need spice. You should review them as hotter than.
There's some heat to it.
No.
But it's not like, for me, it's not like overwhelming. Like it has a nice flavor, and in the background there's heat, but it's not really like trying to push up to the front. Like it's not overtaking the salsa.
No, if you want like a salsa to go with like a dip, or if you want a salsa, like if you're making a tamale pie, or if you want a salsa to go on tacos or anything, but you want it to have a little zip to it, this definitely has the nice zip that you'd be looking for, where you wouldn't need to add hot sauce if you're not a normal hot. You know, I'll grade it. You know, it's a little bit hotter than like Frank's or Tabasco, but it's not anywhere in the habanero spectrum.
No.
Of wow, that is hot.
I don't think it should. It's not really habanero. It's more just spicy.
Well, the good thing with a habanero is it does have a nice taste if you can get back that fire heat that usually hits with it.
But it's not. I don't think the taste is affecting the salsa. I feel like it's just like a background heat.
No, it's not. The salsa itself is absolutely delicious, and not to disparage another brand that we don't have in front of us, but I've had a famous hot sauce brand, and they made their own salsa, and it was horrible. Like, it was extremely hot, and you could barely eat it, but the hot sauce itself isn't tasty to begin with. Like, you know, it's like what everyone complains about the bomb on the Hot One show. It's not a good tasting hot sauce. It is just raw heat, and they made a salsa to go with it, and it was the same nasty taste. Where this has a little heat to it,
but it has a good taste.
But it tastes delicious. It tastes like a normal everyday Tostitos salsa with that little zip at the end. So as far as products go, I definitely would recommend it. I would only recommend it if you like some kind of a spice, though. It does have a little heat to the background. You know, at least be able to handle spicy salsa if you know, like your mother doesn't like any spice at all, so that she would not like
to participate.
If you like spice, definitely
go ahead and try it.
I would definitely try it. It goes good with.
If you don't like spice, give it a try. Maybe you'll like it. Probably not, but it has a really good taste, a really good flavor.
It's really not. Wow. You know,
it's kind of like a.
I don't know if it recorded the last time. Like I said, I've had ghost pepper salsa, which is like one of my favorite ones. But you really have to be careful on how much you put in that, because that one will leave you sweating and looking for something to drink. This one, he hasn't gotten a drink, and you don't eat. You eat some hot, but you don't eat hot, and we eat half the jar. So it's definitely a tasty salsa.
It's very tasty.
Very good. Does have a back heat to it. It's not, you know, you don't take a chip and like, oh, I need a glass of milk. It definitely has a.
It's not Korean spicy noodle hot.
No, and stay tuned for one of them though.
Fire spicy.
Right, those are. It's
not that hot.
No.
But it's definitely still tasty.
Watch that video also, please.
That was a good video.
So again, thank you very much for your recommendation. and your donation.
And if anybody else has recommendations, comment it.
Yes, please comment down below.
And then we can potentially do it.
We can try to find it if it's in our stores around us, or if it's a product that somebody sells. If you want to see, within reason, any realistic thing that you'd like to see reviewed, by all means, leave a comment below, and we'll try to do it.
The best of our capabilities.
That's it. So definitely Tostitos Habanero Chunky Salsa.
Give it a try.
Give it a try.